Welcome back to another video. Last week I did not get a chance to do a video. Normally I would upload my videos on a Sunday, and yesterday is Sunday, today is Monday. Today I just did not get a chance to upload the video, so today I'm doing this video and I want to upload this video today as well. Today is also local government election here in Trinidad and Tobago, and I want to talk about this topic or this incident or this scenario. But a few weeks ago somebody brought this to my attention. That person as well is a non-national. So what the person was saying, that she opened a bank account here in Trinidad and Tobago. She has money in the bank, and I did a video previously on how to open a bank account here in Trinidad and Tobago as a foreigner. So it is quite simple and quite easy to open a bank account here in Trinidad and Tobago. So if you have a CSME or a work permit as a foreigner, and I talk about CSME a lot on my channel, so if you don't know what a CSME is, I've created a playlist so you can go ahead and watch those videos to get a better understanding of the CSME and how it works. She has her CSME, she has a job, a reputable job, she has her driver's license here, her driver's license however is from Jamaica, and she also has her passport. So she used these documents to open the bank account. She's saving her money in the bank, and she also gets salary through that same bank. And then she opened a separate account where she do her personal savings. She wanted some money to do some transaction, but she was saying to me she do not want to withdraw the money from her savings account. Instead, she wants to borrow the money against what is in the saving account, because basically what she wants to do is to build credit, and the bank was saying to her that they cannot give her a loan unless she has Trinidad and Tobago national ID card. And I was like, this is very strange. So if that was the case, why did they not explain these things to her? And I don't know. I just don't know, because sometimes you're doing business and people just provide you with the information based on what you know. But as time progresses and you want to do other business with that same business, then you realize that there are other restrictions or other rules that might prevent you from doing business with them. And that was the issue with this girl, because she wanted a loan and she could not get the loan, or because she did not have a national ID card from Trinidad and Tobago. In my situation, I like the credit union, and I like to save or put money in the credit union because you know they are more friendlier than the big banks in terms of helping people financially. I went to the credit union and I wanted to open the account. That is what they told me. They told me that I cannot personally open a credit union account without a national ID card from Trinidad and Tobago. So I said, well, I don't have a ID card from Trinidad and Tobago because I am not a resident, I am not a citizen. So how am I going to get it? And the customer service representative was like, I don't know, but that is one of the requirements. So if you don't have it, then you cannot open the bank account. And as a result, until this day, that credit union bank account could not be opened. But I did not know the same applies to borrowing loan or to borrowing money. I said to myself, let me just come here and talk about this, because I didn't know that the Trinidad and Tobago ID card was so important. Because I was saying to myself, once you have other forms of identification, your driver's license, your passport, though it is from another country, I was saying to myself, I don't see where this would prevent you or stopping you from getting the loan. But unfortunately, she did not. So she had to do what she didn't want to do, and that is to take out her savings. because she wants the savings to stay in the account and then build her credit in the country. And sometimes when you borrow loans, you're more disciplined to pay it back, because she was planning to do salary deduction, so the bank will take your percentage before she actually gets original salary in her account. So sometimes when person borrow money from their account, because it is their money, sometimes they are not as disciplined to like back that money in their account. So these are some of the little things that people need to know here in Trinidad and Tobago when you're doing business. Let's say, for example, if you're here in Trinidad and Tobago, maybe you need a house to buy, you need a car to buy, and you're going through the bank and you don't have an ID card, Trinidad and Tobago ID card, just forget it if that is the case, because who is going to approve the loan for you? Maybe there are other banks that is not so strict, or banks that is much more lenient. I don't know, but the bank that she went to, I'm not going to call any name, is a big international bank here. It's not easy. It's not easy. I know different countries and different places have different rules, different regulations that governs how they do certain things, but if you're working and living in a country and a simple thing as a loan, you just cannot get it. That can be a difficult process. It's not that they're taking an unsecured loan, you're taking a secure loan because you're using your money as the security to get this loan, and you still cannot get it. The whole idea of this video is that sometimes when you want to do something and you're not sure of what's supposed to be done, it is best for you to get information before you start. Because sometimes when you start and you're saying to yourself, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, when you go to the relevant authorities, all these things and thoughts in your mind, it don't count. And then the next thing that you need to know, that they can have a rule today that favor you and favor your situation, and the next 2 to 3 months down the road, that rule can be changed, and the changes are not within your favor. In all fairness, I try to analyze the situation and I think about it, and I was saying to myself, maybe this young lady did not explain herself properly to the customer service rep, because when you enter the bank, certain transactions that you have to do, you need to go to the information desk and speak with a customer service representative, and based on what you want to do, then they will send you to the appropriate person. I was saying to myself, maybe she misunderstood what was communicated to her, or maybe she did not explain herself properly to the customer service representative. I'm not going to take any sides. I like to analyze situation and ensure that I have the correct information before I say certain things or make certain decisions. But I realize that a lot of business places sometimes don't know how to deal with certain things with foreigners. For example, I remember I applied for this particular job and they called me for an interview. And when I went to the interview and I started talking, the person was like, I'm picking up an accent. Where are you from? So I told them. In my mind, I was like saying, these persons did not go through my resume, because if they had went through the resume, certain questions they would not ask, because they were asking questions like, how long you're in Trinidad? Did you get educated in Trinidad? When I answered all the questions, the person was like, no, we don't hire foreigners. I said, I'm curious, why? And he said, no, it's too much problems because foreigners always having problems with immigration. Wow, basically I am assuming that she's thinking that maybe I was in the country illegally or overstayed my time in the country. I don't know what she was thinking, but obviously it's not something good. I could have explained myself to her, but I didn't. Certain things that you don't know, just leave it as it is. And if you really want to know certain information, go on the internet. I started stereotyping me from the interview process. So where am I going? I just say thank you and I leave. I am just saying to her that maybe she could have asked to speak to the customer service manager, speak to somebody much higher than the customer service rep, explain your situation more in detail. Because when she said to me that she's using her own money in her own account as security to cover the loan, and they're still refusing to give her, I'm like, even if she take out the loan, right, and for whatever reason she defaults on the loan, and she already have that money in her account, the bank will automatically take that money from her savings to compensate for the loan. So that is why I said I don't know if I am not going to say that I am the one who misunderstand her. I think there's some form of misunderstanding along the way, because as I said before, something just not adding up. If you're a foreigner here in Trinidad and Tobago and you went through a similar process or the same process, I just want to hear your views and your feedback in the comment section. Also, if you are a banker, I just want to hear what you have to say about this situation. I know, like, another person, I think she's from Guyana or Grenada, she's also a non-national, so she went to one of these loan company, one of these small business loan company, and she was trying to get a loan as well, and they told her that she need Trinidad and Tobago ID card, but her loan was not cash covered, so she need to provide some form of security. She said to the person at the loan institution, what if I get somebody to sign for me as security or collateral for the loan, will it work? And the person said, no, it will not work, because the same information that we need from your guarantor is the same information we are going to need from you. So basically, anywhere you take it, she will still need a Trinidad and Tobago ID card. That is why I said her situation is different. The other girl, her loan would be cash covered, and the other person was trying to get somebody else to stand as guarantor for her to get the loan. But in my situation with the credit union, I could not open the credit union account because I did not have Trinidad and Tobago ID card. I went to 2 credit unions and that was the same response that they gave to me. You need a Trinidad and Tobago ID card in order for us to proceed. That's it for this video, guys. This is not a long video, just please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, and tell a friend to check out my videos. Please bear in mind that I'm still planning to do live videos in the future, hopefully soon. I will provide you with more information on that topic or on that situation, because right now, to be honest, I don't have reliable internet and it makes no sense going live. It is much better than making videos and editing them, less time consuming. Bye for now, guys, and see you in the next video. Adios.